appreciate you coming out here today.
No problem.
I am very glad that we are now here for the
Statement.
Love it. Dice, why has it taken you this long to respond to the NBA Finals?
Well, since everyone was anticipating my response, I had to milk it. I had to milk my power. I had to make everybody wait. You recall when President Obama was facing the whole birthday rights issue,
Right.
the controversy and so forth. He didn't respond after 1 day, after 2 days. He was cool, calm, and collected, and he took his time. So that's my version, just taking my time, man. That's why.
Good. Dice, why? So the delay had nothing to do with the media views that I received.
Right, like Facebook via Twitter.
Right.
Absolutely not, man. Actually, Facebook, Twitter Nation, you guys were busting my balls. It was actually kind of funny, Stephen. I was amused. I laughed at it. It was great. We had some real creative people. I had one friend. He drew up and created like an illustration with my name on it, put letters and coloring on it. I'm thinking like,
Why
wow.
did he do that?
Just to bust my balls. No one man should have this much power. When you're a polarizing figure and you can kind of have a swag to you, people can't wait till you fall, man. But it was funny. I was thinking like, wow, brother, did you make your 5th grade art project? Was this good? Was that great? So that was funny. I had my little cousin. She bought a hat. She's not into basketball. She bought a hat, Mavericks hat, and went to a bar just to be an ass and just to bust people's balls, man. But no, absolutely not. I'm glad that the Facebook, Twitter Nation, you guys busted my balls. It was fun, and yeah, keep it coming. It was funny.
So, how did you fail? Like, what did you do to fail? Which is like, you
Dice Diamonds, yeah, well, interesting. Actually, Dice Diamonds, it was given to me, man. It's not like I just came up with that name. It was really given to me by Facebook Nation a couple years ago, 2004. I predicted the Pistons of the Lakers. I was actively predicting, football games. So after a while, people took notice and called me Dice Diamonds, man. So it's like King James. You know how King James received a lot of flack for taking that name. He didn't come with King James. People gave it to him. He took it up and took off with it. So I was given Dice Diamonds. It was given to me, and it took off.
Okay. What did you think of the way that Miami
Lost? Yeah, it was 6 games in series. Yeah, actually, I think the finals were lost in the media room and not in the basketball court. Meaning, Miami, they were using the media to their advantage at times, but sometimes to their downfall. They were just playing this mind game, this media game. Like, they were more concerned with the media than they were with the basketball game, i.e., infamous Coughgate with D. Wade and LeBron James, or coughing or mocking Dirk Nowitzki and other things to the media. Like, they want to make the whole focus on the media and their scrutiny as opposed to the basketball, the actual game on the court. So I think their lack of focus on the court and more focus on the media, the media aspect, like, answer rumors and criticism, that kind of just got them distracted. That's why they lost the game, the series.
Why do you think that LeBron and D-Wade were so very inconvenient?
Well, like I wrote in my blog, if you live by the pen or what's written in it, you'll die by it, But let me answer this question, kind of answer it separately. Like, I'll do D-Wade first, then LeBron James.
Okay, sure. Hold on. What is your view of Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, definitely. Dwayne Wade, I love D-Wade. I'm disappointed in him. I'll put it like this. When LeBron James was signed to go to Miami and Chris Bosh, everybody knew that it was Dwayne Wade's team. If you recall, last year or 2 years ago, Dwayne Wade had a unforgettable game-winning shot against the Bulls. Like, it was a three-pointer. At the end of the game, he ran on the media table and told the whole crowd, "This is my house. This is my house. I'll never forget that image. This is my house. This is my house." So conversely, when you have your best friend signed with you, I think that Dwayne Wade, he was too deferring. And I want to go back to that "it's my house" example. So you're in my house right now, right, Steve? You're my boy. But you know
Yes.
what though? One of my rules when you come to my house, you take your shoes off at the floor, and you
Yes.
come upstairs. You know, you just don't mess around and do anything. I think D-Wade, he was just too nice and willing to defer to LeBron James. Like, if it's my house, you gotta come take LeBron by the hand, say, LeBron, this is how we gonna win the championship. You ride my back, this is how we gonna do it. Instead, he kind of deferred. You're a basketball player. You know, sometimes
Right.
when you go to like the basketball court and you play competition that's lower than you play down to the competition.
So
Psychologically, I think D-Wade played down to the level of LeBron James. That's what I think of D-Wade right now. So I'm mad that instead of leading, he downgraded to LeBron's psychological level. Instead of leading him, he just went down to his level. So that's why I'm mad at D-Wade.
okay, with that being said, why were you rooting for LeBron James?
Definitely. Everybody knows who follows my blogs and so forth knows that I'm more of a social conscious, fight the power type of brother. You know, when LeBron James decided to come to Miami last year, you know, he took on so much hate. And just so I feel it was an unjust criticism towards him for doing something that was legal within the rules of basketball. So I was naturally compelled to go with LeBron. Before LeBron James, I had so much criticism for him. Number one, not shaking the hands of the match when he lost a couple years ago to Orlando. Number two, when he got dunked on by Jordan Crawford. You know, he didn't want to talk about that. So I had issues with LeBron, but those were minor in comparison to all the hate mail and everything that happened with LeBron. Now, fast forward a year later, I'm thinking, you know what? LeBron, he did that to himself. You know, like, it's not like he's reacting towards something. He put that pressure on his back, and he didn't live up to it. So I'm disappointed in LeBron. But the reason I was definitely going for LeBron, I already knew that his heart was kind of questionable. I know he made questionable decisions. I was going for LeBron for not socioeconomic, like a social, political,
Right.
like a political conscious aspect. That's why I was rooting for LeBron.
What do you mean by that, Tron?
Social conscious side.
Right.
Well, meaning that, you know,
Political side.
or political side, because LeBron he was received so aggressively. Like, he became, like, I just saw him fall from like the media's darling to the worst guy on the earth. You know, people were burning his jerseys. They were making slave and plantation comparisons. You know, with the whole Dan Gilbert, LeBron James. I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm not agreeing with it.
Right.
But it definitely took him a life on his own that had nothing to do with basketball. So I'm like the self-proclaimed Johnny Cochran sports journalist. So if I see a man that's going down on the ground, I'm gonna lift him up and try to help him out. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay. So with all of that being said, how will the Miami Heat fare during next season, and who will be the leader of the team?
I think that LeBron James, number one, he needs to dig deep within internally. He needs to get a post-up game. He needs to realize what he's there for. He's like a Magic Johnson point guard, distributor of the team. So he needs to focus on the road. Forget about averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Worry about averaging 18 points, 19 points, and possibly leading the league in assists. Dwayne Wade, like I just said, when you come to my house, you still my brother. I still love you. You can get water, but take your shoes off and listen to my rules. So he needs to be more authoritative. D-Wade needs to be more authoritative and let the whole team know it's my team, it's my city. I won the championship, follow my back. So it's going to be D-Wade's thing.
Okay, so as the proclaimed Dysodamus, how will the Miami Heat fare
next year?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna close with this. I know we run out of time, Piers Morgan, but I think right now Miami's favored. They're like a 5-2 odds-on favorite in Vegas to win the championship. I don't know. It depends. I think LeBron definitely needs to get his mind right. I don't know if he needs a shrink, a head doctor, but he definitely has an issue or a pattern for shrinking in big-time games. So if he can get that right, I think that Miami will do well. Right now, I'm gonna stick to my original pick from this year. It's gonna be the Lakers, Miami, and I know we're about to go to the summertime on one last Dysodamus prediction. All right, it has nothing to do with basketball, but by July 4th, Independence Day, football will be back in the house near you. Mr. Chris Morgan, I want to thank you so kindly for this
Great,
statement.
Great.
And there you have it, Facebook, Twitter Nation. I ain't never scared. I love y'all. I'm right here. There's nothing. Get at me.